Give a man a fire, and he's warm for a day, but set fire to him, and he's warm for the rest of his life. Jingo by Terry Pratchett. Right, so here I am playing a bit of the old 4th Mott Schützen, a division that some people have said has the capability to stand up to 82nd Airborne this patch, because you've got the forward deployed, and then you can bring out the RM70, stuff like that. I don't really think that's the case. I don't think anything can stand up to 82nd in a 1v1, but I understand the principle. Anyway, we'll go through it tab by tab. So first things first, 3 cards of supply and a CV. And then if tab some more CVs, that takes us up to 5 CVs total, which I'm not happy about, so we might have to change something. I need more CVs. And then, yeah, then we've got some FS Metis, which sadly cost 80 points now, and they're basically a worse version of 82nd Airborne for the same price. Although the Metis does have a little bit more range. And they're forward deployed. And then some FS Jaeger, also forward deployed. And they're more expensive than regular Airborne, which I believe are 60. Then Mott Schützen BTR, sometimes you just need to get there fast. And yeah, then 2 cards of regular Mott Schützen. I've got these at 1 vet because the base availability is 10. And I can't see myself bringing that much infantry. Although I might do. We'll find out, won't we? And I bring him with the Maryutka, because why not? For 5 points, you get an ATGM. You still get the smoke and everything. Panzerjäger, I have a love-hate relationship with these guys, because they're like an Appalachia team, except they've only got 500 meters range, so they're just way, way, way worse. They're quite cheap. If you're doing like a smoke attack, it's good to mix a couple of these in and for when you get to the tanks, so you can blow them up. You can also send one round the sides, stuff like that. Send them around the sides, you know. Bring them in the SBW70. Sicherung, so these are the, they're really, really good for the price, honestly. I think they're, like, because Mott Schützen, you can't tell because of the thing, but Mott Schützen are 45 and Sicherungs are 35, so it's 10 points less. For 1 less MG, security, obviously the vet's lower. But I really like these guys, I think they're really good. Conkers, you sort of need it. I bring in the SPW70. And the Pioneer Flam, which I bring in the SBW70. Artillery tab, this is sort of the meat of the operation. To be honest, might get rid of one of these and replace it with a fob. Because if you're supposed to be artillerying all game, although if you spend 175 points on your opener on something that's not a unit against 82nd Airborne, you're going to have a tough time. But I can't really see myself using all that artillery, so maybe it's worth upvetting the RM70. Because if you think it's 1600 supply per shot, right, and it reloads once every 2 minutes, so you get the calculator up, 40-minute game divided by 2 for once every 2 minutes, that's 20 salvos times 1600. It's 32,000 supply if you use it constantly, and we don't have 32,000 supply here. So I might actually buy a fob. And we'll see how that goes for us. Because they are a bit cheaper now. So then we could probably leave all this like this. I do like bringing these in the MTOBs because they survive counter battery if you just load them into that. Tank tab, so this is your cool thing with the 2,800 meter range ATGM. These guys are your... I think this sort of costs too much for what it is, to be honest. Because like it's got max range gun, wow. It can't shoot at most enemy tanks at that range. Because it's a kinetic projectile, and if the pen is lower than the enemy armor, there is a formulation, right? Formula, I can't remember the formula. But basically, if the enemy armor's too high, it doesn't fire. So I bring them high vetted. To be honest, 3 is a bit rough. And then I bring these guys, which are sort of the bones of the operation. Much cheaper than this, but lack smoke. And then this is also for standoff against tanks, because it's got the 2,800 meter range ATGM. Recon tab, I always like a recon helicopter so it can die. And then I've got Einsatzgruppe. To be honest, yeah, these guys are pretty decent. I don't know if bringing them in the helicopters is the right idea, if I'm being honest with you. I'm actually going to change that to the M35, because against airborne whatever, they just get shot out of the sky. It's not great. So we'll try it like that, and then some regular recon. Which I might swap out for the Motorisierte Avklärer. Get some rockets if you want. It's not cheap though. AA tab, Cub, Shilka, Igla. I mean, I get, whoa, forward deployed AA, but it just doesn't stand up to anything because everything on it is just so bad. So I'd rather defend my opener with the AA helicopters. This is like an Escortini, but better and cheaper. And yeah, and then I bring the regular AT ones. I would get the ones that are 2 per card rather than the ones that are 1 per card, simply because I want lots of helicopters. And the air tab, 1 card of MiG-29s, 1 card of Seed, 1 card of these bombers. Sadly, they've only got 8 HP now, so they die in 1 hit to Cubs. That's why you gotta send the Seed first. And 1 card of this 4 availability AT plane, but the accuracy is 35%. So you could like bring a 1 at 47%, incredible. But yeah, that's probably better like that. And the MF is sort of as if you want like more planes, I guess. But the MiG-29 is better. You're paying for it. You're paying for it. Although the ECM is the same. And but if you hit, so with the MF, if you hit a 5 HE missile and a 4 HE missile and a 10 HP plane, you don't actually kill them. Whereas with the MiG-29, if you hit a 6 and a 5 on a 10 HP plane, then you do. And the guns are better. So I prefer that. Notable mentions, this thing, which has 1 less availability, the same missiles, the same ECM and everything, but it gets rockets. The rockets are rubbish, they don't do anything, they don't work properly. This thing, which is 1 less availability, but it has 10 HP, and it also has a much bigger payload. Actually, no, because the ECM's the same, 1 less availability. Yeah, I prefer just the HE bombers with the seed plane behind them. So we'll try this, and I'll see you in game. So I've been having a great time just spamming 80-second airborne and winning every game without thinking, but you guys are saying I'm getting bored, Hippie. You need to play something else. Which I guess is fair enough. You know, I do it for the fans. I definitely don't do it for the money and the fame. Definitely not those things. And so here I am on the good side of Two Lakes Duel against, what nation is VN? I did it wrong twice. Vietnam? Oh, I forgot to change my name back. I guess I shouldn't be US Hippie anymore if I... Yeah, so why have I got a fob? Because I intend to bring lots of rocket RT over the course of the game. We'll see if this works out. This is me learning, right? And it's good to keep your helicopter supplied and stuff like that. I'll be honest, this is a pretty good matchup for me, because sure, he's got the tanks, he's got the BMP-2s, but because I'm on the good side, I get to Augur at the same time as him, and I get to Emma before him, because the map is imbalanced, and because I get airborne forward deploy. So he gets Razviedka Saperi, which are pretty good, actually, particularly in short range, because they've got satchel charges. But I think for FS might be might put a dent in his plans, and I'm pretty sure I get to like here. We'll find out. I'm actually going to try to be extra greedy, go for that building, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So the main problems are with like the LOS and stuff. So yeah, all right. Well, we'll just put 2 there, and I could really use a meta squad in what's the church there. Because then they can shoot down the road, and they're also forward deployed. So we're going pretty heavy on that side, and he might open helicopters to stop this. That's what a smart man would do. So that's what these AA helicopters are for. So the accuracy is actually higher than it used to be. It used to be really low. Now it's 60%. And the HE used to be 3. Actually, they've completely changed these. That's a big shame, actually. So this card used to be a lot better, because even though the accuracy was lower, the suppression on these missiles used to be 500, which meant that you would just... so you would only do 3 HE, but you would do 500 suppression. So if you hit them, they were going home, basically. They would just rout immediately, plane, helicopter, whatever. But now it only does 4 HE and less suppression, so they've actually been nerfed, which is a shame. The accuracy's gone up and the HE's gone up, but the use case was the suppression makes them go home. But now it's about trying to kill them, but you've only got 2 missiles, and they do 4 HE, and most things have 10 HP, right? So you bring both, and you got to get 3 hits to get a kill, and yeah, So I think it's a big nerf, actually. Oh well, what can you do? Vietnam. Interesting. Never been to Vietnam. I work with a Vietnamese guy. He's pretty cool. I was asking him about I was asking him about the war because that's the only thing I know about his country, right? And yeah, we're not going to open CVs. And he was telling me about how basically, because it's called Ho Chi Minh City now, right? Because the Americans lost. Despite what they'll tell you, you speak to the average American, they're like, "Oh yeah, but the flag was still flying when we ran away. Therefore, you know, we're winners, bro. Shut up." And interesting point of view. So yeah, that's very exciting. I'm a bit worried if they might do something in Emma. We need a supply for these as well. Cub Shulker supply is a really potent combo. Because the Cub does, is he just going to start it? I'm not ready, but I can appreciate why he might be in a hurry. We'll get a Metis for the right side. I don't really have a lot of, so if he attacks here, I'm going to be pretty fucked, actually. Because I can only afford one of these. These guys are really good as well. They're cheaper than the FSCAAgA. How much are the FSCAAgA? 65. And they're better, actually. They're actually better. Because of the more MGs and all that. But the rocket launcher's not as good. Anyway, we'll put him over here and, you know, just sort of hope and pray. Biter M35. That's so funny, dude. I always, when the game first launched, I was like, "There's gonna be Biter everything," and people were like, "No, shut up." And there you go, Biter M35. So we'll just get this to there. The problem is we don't have any AA on that side, which is somewhat harrowing. Well, we can send the helicopters. So always thank your opponent for waiting, and it's time for me to thank you, the generous channel joiners. They get the names on the screen, they get the videos up to a week early, they get members-only videos, there's quite a lot of those now. They get, I think I said everything. They also get access to the operational reserve. I'm not going to be here for like a month for June, basically all of June. I've a responsibility to take care of, and so I'm saving up videos for then, and they get access to all of those as they are made, so that there's like an extra 10 videos there. But honestly, I'd like to thank all of you for watching the videos, commenting on the videos. I like reading your comments. I basically hate my life, so I'm gonna hate it a bit more in a second. Oh, he just can't rush me down here. Okay. Oh, what the hell are you doing? Get out! Okay, so these guys are coming over here now. Get a couple Pioneer Flam. He's trying to get around me on the side. It's gonna be a big problem if it happens. When it happens. So yeah, he's just not bothered going for this at all. Which is fair enough, really. I don't blame him. But yeah, we should probably get these over here. But yeah, he stopped in the open. He should have rushed the town and just taken those initial losses, but instead he stopped in the open, and so now he's got a bit of an issue. Is that an SU? No, it's... yeah, it is, but for some reason he's not going for the helicopters, which he should be. Oh, whoa, that was a pretty lucky shot. Although... oh yeah, and then between those four they got one hit. The Strellas are opening up, we need to get back. I'm gonna die. But you see, because he stopped in the open, most of his... you know, his guys never really got in position. We have to fall back though. This guy's probably gonna die. I should have pulled him back sooner. We'll get some... did I get Pioneer Flam already? We'll buy ACV. And we need somebody to listen. Yeah, so he pushed us back a bit. We'll change attitude on these guys. These guys are to like here. Need that supply with them. Where's that CV that I bought? So that's going to there, and then going to here. We need to send somebody over there, because he might not have anybody over there. Sending that forwards was a bit silly. I don't think it's going to make it, because he's, like, stunned and everything. How do I break LOS? Okay, I'll be okay. Stop these here. Turn off the cover on these so that they stay on the main road. And just shoot down the road. Shoot his reinforcements coming down the road. Need this guy to like here. Try and get some supply up. It's a pretty good attack from him, to be honest. But late game I've got this, so I'm not too worried. And you see that I'm just sort of killing all his stuff as it comes in. We'll get some... these T-55s are really, really useful. They're a bit expensive for what they are, but they are pretty useful. Oh no, that Conkers is gonna get me. Yeah, last one missed, so... As we expected. And... Oh, he's bought a grad or something? Okay. You get back in there. Just protecting him by putting him in the transport, as you can see. So that's that Conkers again. I'm sort of hoping that it doesn't hit me. Okay, whatever. So you see that he's doing fine, right? The transport takes a bit of damage, but the guy inside's fine. And that's sort of the point. He comes out at high cohesion though, even though this thing's been suppressed. So that's why we do it that way. And you see that this guy, I stopped him early, so he was fine as well. Get this going. So I'm not... I need to do a vibe check over there, basically, but... So, up to there. We need to sort of try and break through here. So get a Pioneer Flam and a Panzerjäger just for the forest. And might as well get some BMP ones because they're good fire support. But I think we've won basically. He doesn't know about it yet because I've not capped all the zones. But his rush here was, you know, it didn't work. And yeah, look, he's falling back and stuff. Like he's literally just running away. So we're gonna be fine. Unless a heavy tank shows up. That's what a Razvedka BMP2. Those things are really difficult to deal with, actually. They're really strong. It's actually very frustrating. What is that? Oh, it's just my thing. But he's in a forest and I'm not, so I'll probably lose. It really does depend on a whole load of things. But yeah, we should try and make something happen here. Oh yeah, but the SU-25 is going to stop that, so that was perhaps ill-advised. And yeah, you see the Punkers and everything. I should have waited for these T-55s to get here before doing this, basically. But if between us we can all shoot the... I mean, did this miss its first shot? Okay, but then that missed. There's a lot of missing going around here. But yeah, we're sort of messing them up. And I'm pretty sure this will survive. Yeah, it survives a Conquer shot. You gotta hit it twice. That's why they're so strong, because their armor's really good. Okay, T-80BV is actually a huge problem, and because of how ridiculous their fire rates are, it's very, very difficult to deal with that, so we need a plane for that. If we can kill that Strela, that'd be pretty cool, but I don't know if we can. But yeah, if we can hit it with this, problem is it's 35% accurate. Oh wow, we lost him anyway. Seeds? And then I just got 2-tapped. Alright, does that... how much HP? It's got 10 HP, so I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, here we go. So this guy's probably gonna die. Anyway, we could use a mortar. So that's the siege, right? And so we just wait for him to turn his back. And then we... what? Oh, I bought one over... that was stupid. I forgot about that. I forgot about that one. So that's a shame we didn't get him. Unless that hits. Which it didn't. That's fair enough. Uh-oh. What is that? Oh dear. I'm probably gonna lose that. That was just poor micro. Poor micro from me. I don't know about this anymore because, Yeah, we don't have the stuff. To be honest, I shouldn't have counterattacked that aggressively. There's no need to, really. I just did it because I thought it'd be funny. So we got an 80. To be honest, this thing here would be really useful for that. This guy's been pushed back. This guy can be moved up, perhaps. And I did want to attack over here. To be honest, you can get a pretty cheap and cheerful strike force with this division, just like a T-55, a couple inf. Okay, whatever. I tried. Yeah, that was. The T-80 BVs are pretty broken, to tell you the truth. It's just a bit nonsensical how good they are. So that's why he's playing this division, right? So that he can take advantage of that. What is that shooting at? What? You see that? My tanks don't really do a lot against that. And okay, he missed twice, which was pretty lucky there, because if he would have hit that, we would have died, because that would have been a side shot. And you see the front shot almost kills us, so the side shot definitely would. Are these switched off? Yeah. Is that a seed? You can tell just by looking at it. That's an SU-25, but this is probably the seed. And yeah, we'll just get these to here. What? Oh, because I keep forgetting about the new ones that I'm buying. Anyway, we got lucky with the RNG that time and we hit him. So that wasn't really worth it for him, because I can always buy another one of these. That Shilka's still around, which ain't great, mate. He's coming in, though. So we hit him. He's still going. Oh, okay, he's not going. So I don't want that to go down the road and unload, because it'll die. This guy really likes his planes. I mean, I've got the AA, bro. It's still here. It's still here. So we'll buy the RM70, because that's why we bought the fob. So, and then he surrendered after that got hit. So, interesting game. Quite a short one, I appreciate. VN Beam, 253 games as packed. So he's actually had more ranked games than me. I don't. Interesting. His strategy was a bit weird. Let's just watch the replay. I mean, the short videos don't do as well for me as the longer ones, because YouTube takes into account the length of the video, right? Because, of course, if you were to watch all of a 2-hour video, that would be worth a lot more to YouTube in terms of ad revenue, and to me, than if you were to watch a 10-minute, all of a 10-minute video. So they take that into account. So the longer videos do better. But if people only watch a portion of your video, then it doesn't matter. Anyway, so he tried to rush with 79Y, which, okay, fair enough. But the main mistake he made was unloading here, right? He should have unloaded in the town and just accepted that maybe one or two of them are going to die. And he should have brought some helicopters. You get an AA helicopter at 79th, you don't have to bring 2 Strellas and 2 Cubs. You bring 1 Cub, 1 Shilka, and 1 helicopter, or even 2 helicopters, and that can defend your forward deployment. You don't want to do it like this, and it's just where he unloaded was really silly. Because I was in the buildings and he wasn't, and because like buildings are really strong in terms of how much damage reduction you get. They're really strong, and so you see how long it takes for him to deal with me with all those units stood in the open, and then the helicopters kill some. I'm killing some with the KPVT, stuff like that. But anyway, it took him so long that I had time to reinforce, and then now he's like falling back, which he shouldn't be doing either. He should just be sitting. He should have shored this off, right? And then so you've got to deal with this guy because he's shooting your reinforcements, but he has run out of ammo basically, so it doesn't matter. So what you do is you need to protect your entry point into the zone. So you put these guys like here and here, and then you get loads of infantry in as fast as possible. But instead he sort of gave up, and you know, it wasn't very smart. And then he's buying the Grad, and he needs infantry in that town and fire support, right? So once you've taken it, there's multiple ways to attack this objective, right? So if you you need to get in and get a CV in. So the most straightforward way is just to take this road, and then once you've done that, you put a guy like a TABV or just anything BMP2 on this road, and it can shoot all the reinforcements coming in, and that really messes with your opponent. He has to start unloading them over here and walking them in. The second way is to attack on the right. So if you can take this and put all your fire support in like this building, these trees, you can take this edge of the town, because as soon as I show my face here, BMP2s kill me. And then you try and get around here and cut the reinforcements. You've always got to be trying to cut your enemy's reinforcement route. The third way is sort of the way that he's gone for, but he did it wrong, which is that you take this road, path all your reinforcements down this road, because then the guy in this building can't shoot down this road. And once you're here, you need to take this, right? And then you start sending units around here to cut the reinforcement. So you've got your main learning for this video is cut your enemy's reinforcements, right? So that's why this guy's here, to cut my enemy's reinforcements. And you saw that I tried to put additional stuff down here. Some of it died, right, because he had a Conkers here to stop that from happening. You know, your enemy will try and do something about it, but the idea is to cut your enemy's reinforcements, because, yeah, I mean, so yeah, he unloaded in the wrong place, and then he just sort of ran off, and he shouldn't have bought the Grad as early as he did. Like, it's a good unit, he just shouldn't have bought it as early as he did. He should have opened a little bit differently, like a bit less a bit more helicopter. And yeah, like, you know, at this point the game's already over. He's so I was complaining about this thing dying. He had 4 AA pieces, so that's completely reasonable. I just didn't think he had that. And then he's like trying to play this air game, but you know, he should have tried to hold the town. Like, the Grad's a nice idea once you're not getting pushed out the town. But yeah, it was a bit of an odd deployment from him, and of course, if you're trying to get in this way, you need to have this forest, which is why getting to here is important, because it's the thinnest part, and so you can just put one unit there, and then you've basically sorted it. And to be honest, if you've got a unit here, the only way blue guys it back into this forest, if you didn't have them already, you got to watch out for guys who have been left behind, basically, is bringing him down this road, which is a really awkward path, and you're going to see him and shoot him. So you've got to unload him here and walk him, and that takes absolutely ages. So yeah, he just sort of did a full frontal attack, and it didn't work. So I hope you learned something. Please let me know what you think. We kept the helicopters alive. I will play this division again. I'll see you around.